Guys, getting to your goal is easier than you fucking think. You have to understand that the reason you're not achieving what you want to achieve is because you're focused on achieving the goal instead of becoming it. You have to understand that you have to become the embodiment of what you want to reflect externally. And so most of you guys, you want to manifest a car, you want to manifest riches, but your character is so poor, it's impossible. And so what you have to do is manifest and embody something that is rich. Your quality of character will reflect the quality of reality. And so most of you guys, you will forever cascade into the abyss, always failing at accomplishing what you want most. The reason you fail is because you are not the individual to get it done. You simply just are not. The version you are will not be or become because you simply are too confined within mental limitations. You have to understand that everything in your reality, which is not as it's supposed to be, is a iniquity reflected in your character. And so most of you guys will go your entire timeline projecting your internal chaos on external objects like the external world creates your reality, when in all reality, you're the causality of your existence. And so most of you guys will forever sit there in pandemonium. You will forever go through time and space without actually accomplishing what you want because you simply weren't the individual to get it done. You couldn't cut it. You couldn't get the shit done because you were an incompetent bitch. Very fucking simple. On the program, when you get on the program, it's very simple. We give you the blueprint. If you can't accomplish the blueprint, you won't accomplish it. We can give you all the information. We can give you all the knowledge. We can give you all the books. We can do all the internal work. But if you don't set it in motion and you don't take the step you need to take, if you don't put it in motion and in action, then it will forever reverberate in stillness, and it will never actually become in ripple, and it will never become a snowball effect, gaining and compounding as it rolls down the hill. Most of you guys will forever be still. You'll have all the metaphysical material, and still you will fail at putting it into use and synthesizing it in actuality. See, most of you guys are so quick to read a book, and then what happens? You read the book, you have the knowledge, and now what? You didn't take the step you needed to take. You didn't apply it. You didn't go into the world and pursue what the fuck you wanted. You didn't conquer anything. You just sat there with a little bit of metaphysical material and stagnated through the quantum and space continuum. And so what you have to understand is that if you have this knowledge and it's not being set in motion actively, then you're failing. You're failing at applying the knowledge of which you accumulated. And the best knowledge and the best information that you could possibly find is reflected in the world itself. And so when you apply knowledge, you actually learn from the knowledge itself. What does that mean? It means when you begin to experience and use your mind and brain in ways you haven't, you begin to literally become smarter. Your brain starts to work in ways, create circuits that it wouldn't have created if you were just sitting there with a little bit of metaphysical material. You read a book, you have all this knowledge, and what the fuck did you do with it? It didn't get applied. It didn't get embedded into your fucking brain coding. It didn't go anywhere. It just sat there taking up space as the rest of the clutters of your mind continue to ripple through your fucking being into your existence, fucking everything up. And so the first thing we need to understand is that you need to become the goal and embody it. Most of you guys will forever look outside of you and think, I want that car, I want that house. But if you're going to be a self-made entrepreneur, if that is what your goal is, well, you need to become that shit. And the only way you're going to become that is being as valuable as possible. And so the way you become valuable is by applying and moving and setting knowledge in application. You set it in motion, and then you actually move in a trajectory going upward, so growing through time. That's all growth is. It's a trajectory of going upward through time. So most of you guys are going downward through time. This is a reflection of iniquity and deprivation. That's why the blueprint is the best thing to possibly happen to you. Because the moment you get the blueprint, you now have everything, plus the community, which is always there to guide you and hold your hand every step of the way. You have to understand that there's people who will never come across such a time collapsing tool. You have to understand that when you collapse time, you're simply just getting to your goals faster. Why does everyone want to be the best version of themselves? Why do we pursue our development? Because we are time collapsing the time it would take to necessitate and facilitate ourselves to accomplishing the goals that we need. And so that is all the blueprint is. It is a time collapse to get you into a different state of consciousness faster than you would have if you would have most likely not. Most of you guys would never even get to this state. And the knowledge in the community is built specifically for action. And so you'll always have something to hold your hand. And so when you get into the community, it's all there and you can check it out. And when you get on the blueprint and you get on the program, you get the blueprint, you get on the program, well, now you have to stick to the protocol and you have to apply the blueprint. And then through time, you have to become the result. And when you become the result, you now are at a different level of mental acuity, and you now operate at a different level of ability and capacity to get shit done in your life. You are now the highest, most best version of yourself. And so whatever dimension of success you pursue, you will be the best at it. Most of you guys are like, I need to be the best at this, I need to be the best at that. But the best version of you is the best at everything. And so the blueprint is what makes you the best in everything. And if you first start, well, the best version of you has the internal qualities of which to produce being the best at whatever the fuck you want to do. And so when you have a relentless mindset, when you cultivate the internal qualities that you acquire through applying the blueprint, you are now a catalyst to move through time, conquering and devouring all goals. It's that fucking simple. Most of you guys will complicate and clutter, but the clarity is crystal clear. And so it's very fucking simple. Become who you need to be, or forever lie yourself and deceive yourself out of accomplishing the goals you needed to accomplish. Deep down in your soul, you know it was a message and a calling from above. You needed that car. You needed that house. Life without it wouldn't mean shit. That's the level you need to get to. And every day you must work on yourself to get there. That fucking simple. Peace!